Donald Trump appears to be keeping track of what is going on in Europe, and in this case specifically, Poland. And the fears that Karol Nawrocki, the winner of Poland's presidential election last June, could be stopped from assuming office in the wake of multiple politicians within Poland's ruling coalition government toying with the idea of overturning the election results. Today, on Truth Social, Trump made this post. Such a great win in Poland by Karol Nawrocki. He will be a great president. He won because he sincerely loves the Polish people. This post functions as a signal that the White House is monitoring the situation in Poland as a way to ensure that Karol Nawrocki, a Trump ally, is not prevented by unlawful means from assuming office. It may even have been made in response to intelligence that hasn't been made public, which would have implied that plans to overturn the 2025 presidential election were being made. We are with the European Parliament's Budget Committee in Washington at the State Department. Everybody here has been asking since this morning whether we know what Donald Trump wrote. He wrote about Nawrocki that he will be a great president. Everyone here seems to know exactly what is happening in Poland. Donald Trump is very knowledgeable about Polish affairs, and I think that is very important for Poles. Trump also attached this video from the news agency TVP Republika of Karol Nawrocki's rally in Zabrze, attended by the then Conservative candidate for president of Romania, George Simeon, in which the crowd chanted in honor of Donald Trump. The day before yesterday, during a Senate hearing,
we have business today.
Tom Rose, candidate for U.S. ambassador to Poland, recalled,
"As you know, on August 6th, there'll be a new president inaugurated in Poland.
The potential future ambassador spoke about Polish-American relations.
The relationship between the United States and Poland is built on shared values, liberty, sovereignty, and the unbreakable bonds of faith, family, and freedom. From the Polish patriots who fought alongside our founding fathers, to the untold millions of Polish Americans who've enriched every aspect of American life, our alliance is forged in centuries of mutual respect. No American admires Poland's proud and heroic history more keenly than President Donald Trump."
The serious doubts that the American administration has about the intentions of Prime Minister Donald Tusk and his coalition government do not bode well for its future governing of Poland, a country whose people highly value close US-Polish relations. This is a warning to those in power in Poland not to even think about blocking the democratic process and preventing Karol Nawrocki from being sworn in. Donald Trump knows exactly well what these people are capable of. Donald Tusk and Donald Trump have been on bad terms for years at this point.
Trump kłamał codziennie po kilkanaście razy. Okazał się właściwie agentem rosyjskim, człowiekiem Putina i to przez 4 lata było widać jak na dłoni.
Such slander cannot go unnoticed. Since Tusk's government is putting itself in the position of a German satellite, US-Polish relations have suffered. The current Prime Minister himself, as well as his Foreign Minister, have repeatedly insulted the Republican Party, Donald Trump himself, and people associated with the Republican Party. In this particular case, Foreign Minister Radosław Sikorski, who was promoted to Deputy Prime Minister after yesterday's government reconstruction, has much to answer for. 11 years ago, in a recorded conversation with the former finance minister during Tusk's first term in office, he spoke about the Polish-American alliance in the following terms. "You know that the Polish-American alliance is worthless. It is even harmful because it creates a false sense of security for Poland. Why? It's complete hogwash. We'll get into conflict with Russia and Germany, and we'll think everything is great because we did the Americans a favor. Suckers. Total suckers." On top of that, Minister Radosław Sikorski was a supporter of the disastrous diplomatic reset policy towards Russia and has insulted Trump directly, although he has since deleted the posts. Trump, Putin's man in the White House. For proto-fascists like Trump or Kaczynski, elections or verdicts are only important when they go their way. In addition, there were posts suggesting that the Americans were behind the destruction of the Nord Stream gas pipeline, which was later exploited by Russian propaganda. The anti-American statements and behavior of Radosław Sikorski and Donald Tusk did not come out of nowhere. He is destroying Polish-American relations because Mr. Donald Tusk is constantly working on behalf of Germany, and for Germany it is not convenient for Poland to have good relations with the United States because it will be more economically tied to the United States. Tusk, meanwhile, is loyal to Germany first and foremost. Members of Tusk's coalition have repeatedly hinted at pushing Americans out of Europe. Economic acceleration and pro-Europeanism. More pro-Europeanism than pro-Americanism. That is, building a vision of Poland based on closer cooperation with the European Union rather than transatlantic cooperation in this area. I think this is one of the key ideas. Pushing Americans out of Europe jeopardizes Polish national security. Because, as US Secretary of Homeland Security Kristi Noem said at the CPAC Conservative Conference in Rzeszów, only cooperation with Donald Trump guarantees a strong and stable alliance defending NATO's eastern flank.
You will continue to have a U.S. presence here, a military presence, Fort Trump, that we can work together for the security of both of our nations. And you will have equipment that is American-made, that is high quality.
The words of the candidate for US Ambassador to Poland also give pause for thought.
Poland is family, standing not merely at the crossroads of Europe and the guardian of NATO's eastern flank, she's leading Europe's growing resolve to confront aggression.
Neglecting Poland's alliance with the United States can only end tragically.